Yeah, what? Let's fix that before we go on. Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream. While I just mess with the equipment here, let's get a bit more blue tack on the case. See if that'll do the trick. We've got a little wire that sticks up here in front of my face, so just see if we can fix that there. Blue tack and gaffer tape. That's what we need, obviously. Try and straighten things up. There we go. Pete's in there with a hydrate. Hi Pete. Hi Red Snail. Hi Sharon. I think I saw Moxie and Kuronoko in the chat earlier as well. And Tony and Wicked D. Hi everyone. And apologies if I've missed anybody out. Welcome to this evening's stream. Tonight, I fancied just doing a little palette cleanser, shall we say. I was going to paint the magic card, but I've been looking at it on my desk all day, and then just decided that I wanted to do something a bit different. And this guy has been sat on the shelf inside the cupboard where I get my sculpting tools.
Keith the Hydrator wants to feel some tingles.
How do we do that then? You're in charge of doing ASMR noises this evening, Mrs. Because you'll be better at it than me.
So this is, I've nearly got my voice back. I've got to do some weird noises now.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Sorry.
Hi, Pete. Welcome to the stream. This evening, Mr. MLG is painting a rock troll from Reaper Miniatures. Absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
If that's what you're supposed to do.
That'll be right, won't it? That'll be right.
No idea.
So I've no idea why I've just poured that paint out because I need to do the grey. So I'm going to paint this rock troll. Hi Zolidare, how you doing? So I fancied something a little bit of a change. So we're going to go with this guy. So he's been on the shelf and his base is actually a little bit dusty. We'll not worry about that. He's been on the shelf in the cupboard. Wicked D says you need to eat some crisps next to the mic.
I don't have any crisps. I could do some rustling.
Yeah, and he's been bugging me because I've just been looking at him thinking, I need to finish that. So I've decided that I'm just going to finish it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this base here. Yay, there he is. There he is. My cute little boy. So I'm going to stick this guy on this 3-inch base, and then I'm going to submit him for the RCL as a large monster.
Was that my weird whispering, Kuronoko, or the dog treat rattling? Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Doodle-boo. Right, so we're going to do this guy, and what I'm going to do is we're going to get a dry brush out, and we're going to do a little bit of dry brushing on the grey. So switch things around. So here I've got some slate grey over here from this is Green Stuff World Slate Grey, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix progressively more weathered stone into it so I can make it nice and light. So we're going to do a couple of mixes of that in, and then I've got a mixie brush here somewhere. No, not that one. There we go. Too many paintbrushes. So I'm going to mix progressively more of this in and make it lighter and lighter, and then we're going to use that to dry brush this fellow to within an inch of his life. And then we're going to just paint the details on. His toenails and his claws and the brown and the leathery colour of his loincloth and his belt and his water bottle, and then just a bit of base in.
Pete the Hydrator wants Mighty Lancer to answer this. Why don't you stream longer?
Why don't we stream longer? Oh, because talking and thinking of things to say is quite hard. That's the main reason. So yeah, we could do occasional longer streams, I guess, and sometimes we run over and carry on, don't we? I know, so we have done in the past, but yeah, trying to keep it going and not need a comfort break and stuff's tough when you get an old guy like me.
And on a Tuesday we stream at 7 so that we can then Hamish streams at 8, so then we raid Hamish. And on a Wednesday sometimes Wicked D streams at 9, so we stream at 8 for an hour, and then Wicked D sometimes streams at 9, you see. So we planned, when we first started a year ago, we planned our streams to not clash with anybody that we knew. That we liked at the time, that we knew was streaming. And also planned it around bedtime for Little Miss and things like that. So yeah, but you know, maybe one day. I think there was the D&D streams were a bit longer, weren't they?
Yeah, the D&D streams were a bit longer in the evening. Lasted an hour or two. Right, so that's coat 1. We'll mix a touch more in there. It's going to be. Oh, I know no shame at my age. I take you all to the loo with me, says Tony.
It might be a little strange if we took you to the loo with us though while we were actually streaming. It's fine. I fully understand that most of you are sat on the toilet watching us right now. We don't mind. We have no shame.
Yeah. So, progressively lighter and lighter dry brushes of grey on this chap. Up to, I think we'll get to an almost pure white on the ends of those like rocky crops on his shoulders, and then we'll fill in the rest of the details around, and hopefully we'll be able to get this chap finished within the hour. And that'll be something off my painting queue. And I will hydrate. Thanks, Pete. Right, let's go for another drop of that. Steady away. Yeah, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I can't remember if I can't remember what I've actually submitted for the RCL already. I was thinking that if I could submit this guy as large monster, but then I can't remember if I've already submitted Mal as large monster.
Wicked D says, it would take me a while to drag all my PC set up to the loo with me. So you just sit in a corner of my dining room. Well, what we'll have to do is, if you need to go to the toilet, you'll have to tell us and we'll shout so that you can still hear us through the bathroom window.
Yeah.
Solidaire says, I'd be too tempted to paint that guy like a crystal... I don't know how you say that. Geode? Crystal geode, but then get panicked about the iridescent stuff and never paint it. Ideas bigger than my confidence. You should just go with it. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? The worst can happen is you don't like it and you strip the paint off and try again.
This is the third time I've painted this mini.
Try it. It'd be fun.
Because every time I've tried to do something with it, I had an idea about painting all the bits on its back like different coloured crystals and stuff, and it just didn't look right when I finished. But yeah, this is my third attempt, and this is what it's getting. I think so far. We're gonna leave it at this. I think once he's done. But yeah, I've had similar thoughts, similar issues. Zolly there. Zolly there suggests Wicked D gets a gaming commode.
I think the neighbours might complain with that Wicked Do. Solidare says, dry brushing our washers are often the best plan. Have you actually got a plan?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing the crystals like?
They're just going to be this rock.
So that's in finish then?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you really doing?
No, this is pretty much it. I'm going to leave them rock like that because I've already tried. Like I said, I've already tried to paint this guy 3 times, and I couldn't get it how I wanted. So I'm gonna paint it like this, and I have got another one of these that I haven't taken out the packet yet. So we might do another one differently in the future, but this is what this guy's getting. So he's not keeping his bright blue teeth. I'm going to redo his teeth in a much more sensible colour. Yeah, I think if this guy had been made in clear plastic, I would have felt a bit better about doing like some kind of crystally type effect on it. Yeah, this is what he's getting. So his teeth are going to be the same colour as his fingernails and stuff. I have decided. You can't see that, can you? Because I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to paint here. So his teeth are going to be, and his fingernails.
You do it just to keep the camera woman on her toes, I know.
Yeah.
Tony says, I have a very cunning plan with my project. Make it up as I go. That's my plan. That's always my plan.
Yeah.
Make it up as you go along, see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? So are you, like... I know I'm questioning you here, Darren,
No, it's
and I
fine.
apologise. Are you putting any, like, highlights on the crystals on his back?
No, that's what they're getting.
But it's just grey. It's just grey. Is it more highlighted in real life?
Yeah.
Because on the screen it's literally like you primer grade it.
It's.
Would you not? Add a bit lighter highlights to make them stand out or anything?
I might do in a minute.
Alright, another question for you then.
Yeah.
If that's that finished, what else are you painting?
No, it's going to take me a bit longer than this.
But you've just said it's done.
Yeah, the mini's not finished, is it?
I don't know.
No, I've got to paint its fingernails. I've got to paint this bit of cloth. I've got to do its eyes. I've got to fix its weird grin on its face. There's loads of things.
Konoka says the first thing I did with the crystal dragon was cover it in black paint.
No, I've got the loot golem to have a go at some point. I think I might do that next month in April.
Are you just painting that grey?
The loot golem? No, don't be a git. I know you're feeling a bit better, but like, there's no reason to start picking on me. The loot golem is really cool, and that's clear plastic. But I would imagine that, seeing as it's going to be mostly gold, that I probably will end up painting that black, and then working on the crystals and what have you as a separate thing. Because I think that they might look a bit weird if I tried to put washes over them and then paint a whole chunk of the rest of the mini gold. You probably wouldn't get the effect. I don't know. have to have a bit of a play with it. But that's something. Every time I look through the box of minis, I keep coming across it and thinking, I should do something with this.
So when are you going to finish your card?
Well, I've only got tomorrow to do it, haven't I? I might have to take it to work with me and do it tomorrow night while everybody's playing games.
Red Snail says, I always wanted the graveyard golem. Is that the one that I've got up there? With the
It's got the
things hanging out.
Yeah.
Zolidare says, I still have that Blood Bowl team to paint with the extra pumpkins that I planned on finishing by Halloween. But did you say what Halloween there? You know, there's lots of Halloweens. You could have meant this year or next year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. That's him. This guy. That guy. That's Mrs. MLG's rendition.
That's my effort.
I think it looks really good. Nicely weathered. I like it. There you go. What was I doing? Fingernails. Oh, excuse me. Tony's got some Legend of Signum minis. Legend of Signum. Not familiar with those ones. Are they a 3D printy thing, Tony? This is where he goes, no, I bought them from Mighty Lancer Games. I'm like, did you? Right. Is I really messed his face up by putting that ice blue. I thought for a brief moment, just before the stream started, I thought, he's a rock troll. I wonder if I could do him like the Terry Pratchett universe trolls. And he could have crystal teeth. And then I put the ice blue on and realised what a massive mistake that was because it looked ridiculous. So, just going to paint these. How many toes has he got? He's got 4 toes, but one of them's only like half a toe. That's going to make life hard, isn't it? It's got like an extra kind of baby toe just snuck over the edge there. Yeah, there we go. Get a bit of that in there. So this colour that I'm using here, this is Black Indigo from Reaper. So I believe that this colour has only recently been... I could be wrong, added into the paint range, but I've had this paint for quite some time. I think I must have had it as part of a sample set or something. Are we? Yeah. I am rubbish. Yeah, I am rubbish. Oh, there we go. Signum Games do a 3D printed Patreon and also have a physical factory in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Oh, well, that's good to be able to support some Ukrainian businesses at this time.
It's probably had them for 30 years.
Yeah. I see...
We're not going to talk about the war,
No, I wasn't. I was going to say, I've seen a few people requesting minis on Facebook groups and what have you that are made by Ukrainian companies recently, and that was all I was going to say on the subject. There we go. Right, just a little bit of grey in and around his eyes. There we go. Right. So, as requested by Mrs. MLG, some more highlight to go on his.
You paint your mini, my darling.
Yeah,
however
you want more highlight. Well,
it was only a question. It was merely a.
You think it should be lighter? There we go. We'll have some more. I don't know what I was thinking there. I was just gonna whack some ice blue on and see what it looked like, but I've decided that that's not a good look. So we're gonna put some pure white straight, which is nuclear white from Green Stuff Weldon, and put some of that straight in that grey that I used already, and then we're gonna use that as a little edgy highlightness on the crystal bit on the top. So let's get a little stream of that in there. Let's make that a lot lighter. There we go. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice.
I have just sent a free pack of Stream Loot cards to somebody to check your check your account and see who got them. Solidaire says, I can't wait to get the Witcher board game. Some of those figures are great. Talk about board games, we've got some new board games, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've ordered some more board games. We're going to expand our board game selection. And get some awesome new board games and expand the range that we stock of board games and also the display on the shop floor of board games. So that'll be cool. More board games.
Yeah, some titles that we've been asked for a few times. King Domino and Sushi Go and King of Tokyo. And a couple of others. So coming soon, lots of new titles to go with our reorganised board game area in the shop. Should be a lot better. Right, how is that? You can tell that's.
I can tell you've highlighted it now. Yeah.
Got a lot more going on.
Yeah, it looks much better, my dad. You must do you like it more or you don't like it now?
No, I think it looks better.
Kunoka says, I saw the unicorn plushies there. Adorable! They are, and they're rather large as well. They are. Pink one and a white one, super cutie, and they're all squishy and everything. We've got some new homewares and some new patches and badges as well. In the new section on the website, check it out. Some new mugs, all sorts of new stuff going on, and 3D Catan, which is a rather specialist game.
Yeah,
we've only got one of
those. Collector's item.
It's a collector's item. We only have one. Probably the only one we'll ever get. So if you're looking for it, and then we've got one. Wiki D says it's looking good.
Thank you.
Tony says I'm rubbish with games. I get lost with anything more complicated than Snakes and Ladders. You wouldn't like our version of Snakes and Ladders then, Tony, because Little Miss gets bored of Snakes and Ladders and insists that we play it in different ways. So she changes it so that you go down the ladders and up the snakes and things. Sometimes we have to play it backwards. Yeah. So we start at 100 and work backwards, and that always confuses me, and I end up going the wrong way. So yeah. No worry, Moxie. No worries. Zolodare says, I love to visit you guys, but it's a bit of a trip and I don't travel well. No, I don't. I'm feeling you there. I don't travel well. Maybe one day I'll sneak in and tell you who I am halfway through a conversation. Yeah. That's the problem with screen names, you know. We never really know who anybody is. I mean, you know, you could be anybody. You could be someone like world famous and we wouldn't know. You could be my mum, I wouldn't know. Even though I would, because she doesn't even know how to work a phone, so she's not going to be on here. There's a couple of people that we have met in real life, and the rest of the people are online friends, but we're all still one massive, huge, awesome community, and we love you all.
You were doing such a good job, my darling. So, this is Dark Umber that I'm using here. Red Snail says, I love me too. Dark Umber from Green Stuff World that I'm using for the belt. So what I'm going to do is just put this around, and then I'm going to just refer to my little leather painting tutorial guide thing that I have, if you bear with me just a second, because I want to make sure I do it right. It's I use it all the time, and I can never remember which order the various steps go in. So if you just bear with me.
Solidaire says, there's still a person behind the name. There is. Awesome people behind the names. There absolutely is. Tony says, Nathan knows who I am. He runs for cover in the rare event I have been turning up. No, that is not true. No. He runs to get the red carpet. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Also, he runs rather quite funny, my husband, so that's always interesting, yeah. My mum loves the way that you run. She thinks it's hilarious.
Wow.
I don't know.
How do I run?
I don't know. But she does. She thinks it's funny, and she always enjoys it when you run. I think you should just run around near her more, just to brighten her day.
I don't know. Got me paranoid now.
Because she likes it, so it can't be, you know. You make her smile.
Because I'm so special.
Because you're so special when you run.
Red Snail says, please film him running.
Yeah, I've already filmed him roller skating in a week. I mean, come on.
Right, bear with me a minute.
What you doing
I'm
now?
just getting me little.
Bear with.
Yeah, just getting me little guide. So I need to get some battery power. That's what I need.
He's looking quite good. Look at him. He's glaring at us down the camera.
Mm-hmm. So we need a Well, I've been very good at not saying so quite so much recently. So we need a deep brown.
I've been quite good at not saying so recently. So we need.
Did that on purpose just to see if you realise.
Did you?
Yeah. Right. So a deep brown, and we're gonna. I just want to mix a little bit of the umber in with it. So this is.
You can't tell me that one was on purpose.
No, I messed up there. Right. Tiny bits in the deep points of the thing. He says tiny bits in the deep points. So let's just blather the whole thing with this brown that I've done. Put 2 big brush strokes on, and it'll be fine. It'll be right. We'll fix it in the next step. There we go. So this is some of my favourite brown, Reaper Russet Brown. Just get a bit of that round there, and a bit of it in there, like that. Right, and then we also need to get it in this bit down the front here. So, said so on purpose. Then did you tell?
If you say so. If you say so. This is so funny.
Ooh,
Moxidon thinks you've been sitting for too long.
Stand up and stretch. Stand up. Everybody stand up and take some exercise. Are we all ready to stretch together with Mr. MLG? There's his tummy. There's all of his millions of cushions that he has to have because he's getting old now and he can't sit in the chair for too long.
This is my array of cushions for my...
But while you're up, you might as well dance. Look at those hips go. We can't see your face, we can just see your tummy. Now you're looking up.
I think it's better stood up.
Wicked D says there's some hula hips right there. We have a hula hoop. Maybe that should be a thing.
No.
Make
'cause,
Mr. MLG hula.
there isn't enough space to hula.
Actually, yeah, neither of us can hula, so it'd just be make us drop a hula hoop lots of times on the floor.
Yeah. I'm all out of breath now. Oh dear. Thanks for that. And well-timed usage, Tony. Right then. So. I'm going to leave that fur, that colour, for now. And what we're going to do is, when that has dried, we will work on that a little more. Can still see that light blue around his mouth. Gee whiz. I've just blobbed all over his face. Just before we streamed, I had to nip down to the shop for something. And I noticed that there's some building work going on at Liberty's.
Is it?
Yeah. Which won't be relevant for anybody that doesn't know Brid, but Liberty's is a nightclub that has been shut for a long, long time. And it looks as though they're having some work done, so that's pretty cool. If someone's going to do something with the building, it's a big place to be sat empty, which it has been for quite some time. Let's see if we can fix that.
As long as this isn't your way of saying, oh, by the way, darling, I've purchased a bigger building for Mighty Lancer Games, then it'll be all right.
No, I wouldn't dream of doing anything like that, my dear, because you would probably kill me.
I wouldn't know. But don't buy anything else. I think it was Sharon, who was saying earlier that she likes the new coasters that we've got in.
Oh yeah, they're a bit special, aren't they? I like
It was Sharon. I thought it was.
I like.
The wizard, the monochrome wizard one, was the one that Sharon liked. There's a pack of 4 coasters with different designs on them. One of the packs has got a wizard in it.
Are they the tarot-y ones?
The tarot-y ones, yeah. And Sharon likes that one. I like the fox ones.
I like the fox ones.
Which are funny. I think they're quite funny, but we wouldn't have those around the house because then I'd have to explain to little miss what they meant. But yeah, so some new coasters, new toys, new mugs, new patches. The little enamel dinosaur pin is adorable. Tony says, top tip Nathan, have a word with the builders and ask if you can pinch the kingspan off cuts that are heading for the skip. XPS for free.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Red Snail says, lots of years since I've been for a beer in Brid. Was still called Ship Ahoy. Yeah, still Ship Ahoy used to be my old haunt. It's now called Stirling Castle. Stirling Castle is still open. It's not called Ship anymore.
Didn't it used to have a picture of a bloke's head on it, didn't it?
I don't know. Did it? Why would it have
When
a
it-
picture
when it
of
was-
a
when it
bloke's head
was-
when it was ship?
I don't know. I just have a vision in my head of it. Having
You sure that one just like me and my mates pressed up against the window?
no, it was on the side. I'm sure it was on the side. It was like a face inside a wheel, like a ship's wheel.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't know. Telegraph's got a bloke on it.
No, it was.
Honestly, I can't remember. Sticky floors, yeah. All pubs in Brid have sticky floors. Liberties, you can't move. If you stood in one spot in Liberties for too long, yes, that was it. You were there forever. There was no moving you.
I remember there was a light up dance floor, but only parts of it lit up because it was broken.
No, I don't remember that either. I don't remember lots of things, to be fair. Wicked D will know more about Liberties. Didn't you used to work there, Wicked D? Or have I got that wrong as well?
I think Wicked D used to work there.
Some of my friends used to work there, but I never did. I've never worked in a pub.
No.
I did look.
I've never worked behind the bar. I've done door staffness.
Yes, you were a bouncer because you're all big and manly. I've only ever worked in like cafes and stuff like that, and the rock shop. I've never worked in a bar. I'd be rubbish because I can't remember anything. So I'd be like, somebody'd order something, I'd turn around and I'd forget what they wanted instantly. It'd just be carnage.
Yeah, I've never tried pulling a pint. Right then, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go for some light earth colour. So here I've got some US Field Drab, I think it is. And I seem to be using this a lot recently, but that is because it's just there on the table. So I'm going to just do tiny little nibbles in on the edges of this thing.
Has anybody else worked in a bar or nightclub? Has anybody got any did anybody actually enjoy it, or has everybody just got horror stories of how rubbish it was? The customers are all horrible and everyone shouts at you. But then the rest of the people you worked with are awesome, but the actual job itself was poop. Ricky D says, I made the mistake of wearing toe post sandals, don't know what they are, to work one night. Nearly ended up with my toe ripped off. That sounds gross. What the hell's a toe post sandal when it's on? Is that like a stick up, like open toes and like a stick up the middle of your big toe? Is that what they are? I've never really done fashion. Sharon says, working in a pub is a bit depressing depending on the pub. Used to work in a pub in Leicester Square, London. Do not recommend. No, see, it never appealed to me. I always thought that people would just shout at you a lot and assume that you knew what they wanted, even though they were drunk, and throw money at you and go, "Is this enough?" and stuff like that. It never really appealed.
Leicester Square must be like quite upmarket type place though, isn't it? There's a lot of like the big cinema and things on there when they do all the premieres and
Sharon's an actually professionally accredited flair bartender. The ones that spin the bottles in the air. Awesome.
Wowzers.
But never worked in a fancy one. Oh, that's what we see. That's what we need. We need to get like some kind of the Mighty Lancer Games convention, and Sharon can show off her bartending skills, and Tony can show off his building scenery skills. We could just bring the puppy down just for a laugh. Wicked D can serve the drinks. What else? What's everybody else good at? It seemed upmarket, but just a bunch of rich kids. You work in a pub now, don't you, Pete? But aren't you like backstage rather than up front, or have you moved around? I don't know. You'd have to be the doorman.
Why?
In our little scenario of MLG convention that I've made up in my mind just now.
Yeah, I'll just take everybody's money as they come in, and we'll get some young talent to be a bouncer.
Pete says he does everything.
Yeah. Is it still the same pub, Pete? Nobody can see, but I've got my tongue stuck out over here, trying to do this.
Yeah, he says it's still the same. We did actually once run a war game show for a couple of years, a 2-day event in Driffield. That was really cool, but we had to stop. And it was really good, and there was on-site camping and live entertainment at night, and demonstration games, and bringing by and stalls and all sorts of stuff. It was really good. There was no fancy bartendering though.
No, there was a bar.
There was a bar, yeah.
There was a bar.
No, that's what
No
it was
fancy.
missing.
No fancy bartending.
It was missing you, Sharon. That's what it was missing.
There was extremely limited selection of drinkage. Right, so we do that, light earth, and then we go for a lot lighter thing to do some fine scratchy bits, and then we do a black shade. So we do.
Is that your technical term? Fine, scratchy bits.
Yep, that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have had a few people asking over the years since we last did it, Pete, if we were going to do it again.
Well, you thought you'd grown a ponytail. You ain't got enough hair for a ponytail. Thought you'd grown a ponytail, but it's the lining of your top. And the ear's got the grey highlights in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
When we were in the old shop, Pete ran Corner Bar. Look at all these bartenders, look at all these professionals. Tony says, yay, 5 space goblins done, 1 more to build. You need to get in the middle of the screen again, boy.
I'm in the middle of the screen.
You know we can all see the screen.
I mean, can you see where I'm painted?
We can now.
Like all there in the middle of the
Sweet
screen.
guy, you know when I say it and you move,
Yeah.
and then you go, I am. Oh, you've wrecked the joint now.
No, there we go. Look.
Wreck the joint. We've got enough people in chat to help run a show. It's not quite that simple, Pete. It costs a lot of money. He wanted to do it for years. We did it. We did it for a few years. It was really cool. That's it now. We've moved on. We've done it. Been there, done that. Get it out of his system.
Yeah, we need a better venue.
No, we're not doing it again. What's the next show that you're going to? Is it ChillCon?
No.
No, what's the next one?
Phalanx, I think it's called, in St Helens. And then after that, I think it is BritCon, which is in Nottingham. No, it's a new one we've not been to. Well, it's not new. It's one that we've not been to before. It's normally in Manchester, and this year it's going to be in Nottingham. And it's over the weekend of, and the idea, rather than it being a convention, that's far too late. rather than it being a conventional show, it is more of a gaming event where they run a lot of tournaments and stuff. So it's one that we were going to go to back in 2020, and obviously...
Did something happen then?
Yeah, something happened, didn't it? That meant that like shows were cancelled all over the place and whatever. So we didn't go. And then it's happening again this year, and it's moved to Nottingham, and it's happening, I think, at some buildings that are part of the university. Oh, good. Oh, excuse me. So
we've got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Crystal wants to know if there are any shows local. Sharon wants to know if you ever go to Dragon Meet. And Pete wants you to put a hat on.
Okay. Put your hat on. So, local shows. There is. In fact, I might have got my calendar wrong. But so local shows in February, which obviously has just gone. We have Vapn Attack, which is at York Racecourse and is possibly one of the best shows in the wargaming calendar. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Then we've got ChillCon, which is at Sheffield, and that's in August, I think. August, and then in September we've got the Border Reaver show, which is up towards Gateshead, I think. Somewhere along that kind of thing, and that is actually in the middle of September on a auspicious date. And then later in the year, normally in November time, we have end of October we've got Fiasco, which is at Leeds Armouries, and then and then in November there is Battlegrounds, which is at Middlesbrough, Stockton-on-Tees kind of area, Middlesbrough University kind of campus, Queen's campus, and then after that there is a show at Pudsey on the outskirts of Leeds in the start of December.
And there's Brid Comic Con normally in September.
Oh, and Brid Comic Con
but that's a Comic Con rather than a...
Yeah. The Hopeless Hornsey Hobby Con in my living room most days, says Tony. And Wicked D says BridCon. Is that Brid Comic Con? Or is there a new one that you're going to start up, Wicked D? BridCon. Oh, that's far. Yeah, that's far too late. Far too late. So we've been to a bunch of other local events in the past. We went to a Horror Fest thing, which I think is still going at the Costello Athletics Stadium down in Hull. But that wasn't really our kind of event, was it? Lots of folks that really wanted to be buying horror themed figures and things, and not really so much of our type of stuff. But yeah, and then we've done a few different Comic Cons over the years, but we decided that they weren't really worth going to for the kind of stuff that we sell. So
Comic Cons aren't really good for us because we don't sell comic.
No.
So like people want Funko Pops and things like that. But we go every year since it started to the Bridlington Comic Con because it's in our hometown and we want to support the con itself because we need more awesome stuff coming to Brid. So if nobody supports it, then these things stop. So we go every year to that, and we always enjoy it and it's fun. And there's lots of cool stuff happening and lots of cosplay and all things like that. And we tend to take, we don't take Reaper or anything like that, do we? We take board games and,
Yeah.
and smaller things and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and things like that, and we take all the homewares and stuff. And we normally take Little Miss, and she has her own little store next to ours, selling all the unicorn plushies and things like that, and then claims all the money from them, and we don't make anything from that at all. But it's all a good experience of working in a shop for her.
Yeah, what did she come?
You keep smacking the camera with your hat.
Yeah, well,
because
I must
for
have
some
had it.
reason you've moved the
I
camera.
must have had it on a minute.
What did she? What?
She, I can't remember what she conned me for last time.
A necklace.
Oh, that was it.
A handmade necklace, which was a tiny, tiny, tiny amethyst with a clay moulded mushroom
Oh,
cap.
that
So the
was-
amethyst stalk was the mushroom stalk, and then the clay cap, which she's never worn, and I told her she wouldn't. But she worked very hard on the day, so as payment for working behind the stores, she got this necklace. And I don't even think she could tell you where it is now. But again, that supported another local store that was near ours, because the lady had handmade these things, and Little Miss really wanted it, and that was her payment for working, so, all good.
We definitely had more use out of our swords, haven't we?
Yes, you got some swords, didn't you, the pair of you?
From a previous year's event.
So when you say more use out of your swords, what you really mean is you've managed to beat me up, the pair of you, with these swords, while I get the stupid little wooden sword that we got from the castle that we visited once, that's so small that I can't reach you with it, while you two have got your giant LARPing swords.
Yeah.
It's always fun in our house. We're always doing something daft, running around pretending to be things. She's currently got a stick that is a bow, apparently. It is just a stick, but it is a bow. And then she'll pretend to shoot you and shout how much HP you've lost.
Yeah. But I prefer that game to the Pokemon battle game.
Yeah, she's rather obsessed with Pokemon, which is cool. She's got an awesome imagination, which is really good. But she doesn't always tell you exactly what she wants you to do, and I get into trouble quite often for not playing the game correctly, even though I don't know what the game is. So currently we have to pretend that we're Pokemon battling, which obviously everything is make-believe, so nothing is actually there. And we have imaginary Pokemon. We have to shout out the moves, and then they battle each other invisibly, obviously, in the middle of the kitchen, and we see who's won. But, it's always Little Miss because
She's the best.
Because she's in charge, yeah. And I get told off for not knowing everybody's moves as well. She tried to get Gizmo, our dog, to be Growlithe, but he wasn't having any of it, and just kept looking at us like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
All good fun. So, my dear, it's 20:53.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, isn't it? So the next time you're streaming is Sunday, is that right?
That's right.
We don't know what you're doing.
We don't know what we're doing yet,
We
but
don't know
we'll
whether
let.
it's painting or gaming or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're still painting your giant on Monday.
Yeah, we'll have him finished on Monday.
Yeah, it's taking forever. So, how are you getting on with your great MLG brush off?
Oh, they're just smushed that in there. Great MLG brush off. Let me show you. Let me just put a little bit of this in this guy's mouth hole, and then I think that's supposed to be a tooth, and I've messed it up. Anyway, so we'll lay him down there. Well, that's a bit of Null Oil dries. Let me show you some Hog Riders. So here's my here are my brush off guys, or here are some of my brush off guys. They're all ready for their basing, and then a few fine highlights, but they're try and get them in the middle, and then there's another 3 that look very similar to these, but these ones are easier to pick up. So these are my hog riders, or gore grunters, not hog riders. So these are my gore grunters. So earlier on today, I applied a copious amount of PVA glue to their bases, which should be dry a bit later on. And then what they're going to get is some Green Stuff World crackle paint on the bases. So let me show you that. So they're going to get some of this on, some Marsh and Earth crackle paint, liberally applied all over the base, in conjunction with some of these Alien Fire tufts from Gamer's Grass. Now, when they are finished, they should look... Oh, I can't reach it because I've left them all the way over there. But I could have shown you one that I've prepared earlier. So I've painted 6 of these guys already, and their bases look really cool. And because the Marsh and Earth is like a reddy colour, and I've painted them with the orange and the brown and stuff, it looks really nice, I think, anyway. So I'll put some pictures in the Discord once we've got them sorted.
Well, if they're for your Great MLG Brush Off, then they'll be in the showcase video as well.
They will.
If you don't know about the Great MLG Brush Off, you can get involved through our Discord, through any of the social media channels, hashtag MLG Brush Off. This month for March is class or regiment. Paint anything that you like that fits in around that theme, and then it's just for fun, and at the end of the month we do a showcase video and look at everyone's absolutely awesome work for any ability. It doesn't matter whether you're a master painter or just starting, it's just to inspire you to paint more. In the Discord there's the full list of all the year's themes as well, so you can decide and plan ahead. So yeah, find more information over there. It'd be really cool to get everybody involved in the MLG community and painting and inspiring each other to do more hobby.
What colour do you think I should paint this guy's eyes? Currently they're a glossy black, but I think that's too much.
So yeah, I thought you were leaving them black.
Yeah, I think
he's got black toes and black.
Yeah, I think it's too much. I think you should have
Pink.
some
Pink
colourful
says pink.
eyes. Pink.
Is there a Streamloots card where you can pick a colour? Is that?
I don't know if we picked.
Did we
did.
do that?
I don't think we did.
Red Snail says purple.
What about if we go for magenta? We go for
is that like pinky pear? That's like in between. Sharon says green. I always pick green because I've got green eyes. Koronoka says red. He's only got one set of eyes, guys.
Excuse me.
So pink, purple, green, red, and you've decided you're going with none of those suggestions, and you're going to go with magenta.
Yeah, we're going to go with magenta.
Have you got magenta on there? Or is that white you've got on?
This is white.
I was going to say, you couldn't see it, and I thought that was really strange. I quite like them black, but you know. Oh, we're all going to hold our breath now. Rainbow, yes. Sharon, I think Sharon's right. Do all of the colours suggested.
His eyes are tiny. I don't think I can manage it.
Yeah, Moxie, green eyes are the best. Only because I've got green eyes, but green eyes are the best eyes. That's...
Don't they say geniuses pick green?
Well, I doubt it, because I doubt it. Definitely says, hi!
Hi, Deathly!
Hi, Deathly! We were just been discussing all sorts of things. All sorts of things that you know about, so it's fine. All sorts of MLG brush-off things and new stock things and all sorts of things.
Alright.
I don't think there was anything over-exciting that you don't already know about, though. Yeah, thrilling. Indeed. So, Mr. MLG is just going to paint these eyes, and then we are going to try and raid over to Wicked D, who who I actually can raid over to this time, who I think might be playing Gartic Phone as well as some computer games. Gartic Phone sounds extremely complicated, but isn't, I promise, because we played it the other night. And if I can do it, honestly, anyone can do it. But is actually lots and lots of fun. So we're going to go and raid over there. You'll be able to see, hopefully you'll come with us. She only needs 15 more followers. Follow is free, of course, on Twitch. She only needs 15 more followers to hit 50 so she can get channel points and stuff like that. And then Mr. MLG will put some pictures of this guy up in the Discord once he's finished. And hopefully you'll be able to see them in there and it'll all be awesome. So it would be really cool if you could follow us over to Wicked D's channel. She's only just started streaming and it's always nice to all stick together and support each other. Obviously we understand if you've got, bedtime things to do and things like that, but it'd be cool if you came over. So we're going to go raid over there now and see what she's up to. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here with us. We really do appreciate it. I know I say it every time, but genuinely, thank you for joining us. You're all absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
We'll see you on hopefully Sunday.
See you soon.
Take care, everybody. See you next time.